Welcome in, Irish Nation, to the Golden Dawn. Thanks for joining us. And Tim Corso, John Frangos with you guys. Ursuline running back and linebacker. John, thanks for joining me. And we got Farrell this week. And kind of looking at last week with Columbus Hartley, the big talk, I'm sure, was, okay, stop the run after how week one went. And they kind of run that like they run power I. We can see a bunch of different formations with the run. Yeah. So they were going to run the ball, and they only scored 10 points. Yeah. And they didn't get much the whole game. And I was talking to Will about it. Like, you guys could have, not many times you're going to allow 10 points and lose a game. How did that game plan go into stopping that run, and how did you guys execute it so well, especially after the improvement you had to make from week one?
Well, obviously, week one wouldn't have the outcome with that we hoped on the defense side of the ball. But I think playing that challenging opponent really helped us. And, I think we needed that, something like that to happen. A loss is always, it's always not the best, but we learned from it, and we kind of got the attitude back. We had to do, we had to do something, so we did.
Right, and some will say Walsh will be one of the better teams to play this year. They're Division II regional runner-ups, and that's always a good test because Ursuline likes to schedule hard opponents because you make the playoffs. It doesn't matter if you're 5-5 or 10-0. If you play a tough schedule, you're battle-tested, and of course you were last year and this year as well. And another battle coming up in Farrell, and they're different than the first two teams. They're not as big, but they're a lot faster. They're a smaller school, but what they lack in size, they make up for in speed. So how is that going to be an adjustment for you guys to make? Because they might be a little quicker, even though they lack a little bit of size.
Well, I think week to week it just comes stop the run. That's our biggest thing, stop the run. And if we stop the run, it really open up things for us. We have good DBs, good secondary. So I think main thing is just they got a good running back. I know that.
Right.
Stop him. I think we'll like our chances.
And like a couple years ago, you guys played him. You snuck out with a win on the road. It's always a tough environment to play in. They had a new turf field unveiling, so it was a big day for the whole community there. And obviously, you played in that game. And what are some similarities and differences, and not necessarily in good or bad ways, just similarities and differences you see from then 2 years ago to this year, and a team that graduated a couple of those key players, but you also said they have a good running back, they have good players.
Well, I see a lot of athleticism.
Right.
A lot of them are quick. They got a lot of guys all over the field that can move very fast, cut on time. So that's just the biggest thing. You can tell they have a lot of the guys.
Right, and their defense, their offense, they fly around. And they got a lot of skill like you guys do. And so how is that? It's obviously going to be fun to watch. It was fun to watch 2 years ago. But now in the present day, how do you think your defense will match up with their speed and skill? Because, we got an abundance of it on our side, too.
Well, I'm always thinking our guys over on those, so I'm pretty confident in our guys. We got Jack Heath back there. He's got a couple offers that he will. He's very athletic, very quick. More at safety. Tyran, he's got offers, too. So I'm taking our guys, and I'm very confident. But I think if we play our game, we'll be fine.
Right, and you're playing running back, linebacker, and you're the leading returning tackler on this team. What's it like having that responsibility, being that leader, especially at linebacker, being one of the captains of that defense? And I'm sure you're embracing it because seeing you out there, you're flying around. How much do you enjoy having that and just everything that comes with being a senior leader?
I love it. I feel like I've been leading defense for a couple years now. I know we got tied, but I've always tried to be more vocal. I feel like I play better that way, and it also helps me just talking, speaking into existence. So, I love it. You can't ask for a better responsibility than leading the team.
Right, and you're playing both ways, and of course, being on the field every single play on defense. Maybe not every single play on offense, but it still takes a lot of conditioning, and a lot of the players in your team play both ways. How does it help you? Because you got to play nonstop. You got to be always on a dime, spreading all over the place. How do you prepare for that conditioning-wise?
It all starts in the offseason. We got a conditioning test, conditioning constantly throughout the year. And on Mondays, we have accountability. So it starts on Monday, condition. And it just comes to practicing hard. We practice hard to be conditioned for the game. So.
Right, and backtracing the last week a little bit, how do you see what you guys did against Hartley to carry over against Farrell? What do you guys have to do well and things you have to improve on?
It starts on Monday. It really starts the after the game, just taking our mistakes, watching the film, and taking accountability for them. And then it starts a good thing Monday. Really, when we practice good all 3 days before the game, you see that on the field. So it's really just focusing on practice and hopefully they'll translate.
And of course, we talked about the team goals. So I want to talk about a little about your goals. So after high school, what do you want? What do you kind of want to do, football-wise or just career-wise in general?
A couple schools talking to me right now.
Right.
I love to play football. I'll take this the farthest I can. I love playing, so I want to go to college for sure.
Right. So who do you say, NFL, college player, you model your game after? You say, okay, I want to be like that player when I'm on the field.
I love Peyton Wilson. I think he
Okay.
great energy, and I just love the fire.
You don't hear that every day, but then again, you're a linebacker, and I mean, are you a Steelers fan?
Oh, yeah.
I was about to say, because if you were a Browns fan saying that, you might get a little hate, but no, he's a good linebacker. They have a ton of linebackers on that team. I mean, I'm a Jets fan, so yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what we're just gonna cut that off there.
Yeah.
But no, so now we got Farrell, and last but not least, okay, keys to winning this game on Friday. We talked about it a little bit, but kind of like.
Keys to winning the game. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, I was basically finished. Go ahead.
I think our conditioning is going to be a big key this game. We are a bigger school, so that's going to play a factor in it. And I'm thinking, just stop the run. They got a good running back, stop the run, and playing gaps on defense. That's the key to this game, I think.
And we'll see you there on Friday. We'll be with the Irish from Farrell, PA, and across the border. YSN will have the broadcast. Thanks for joining me, John. From the Golden Dawn Restaurant, thanks again for sponsoring. I'm Tim Corso, and we'll see you Friday.